Next on WVUA 23 News, more cold days are ahead. I'll have the forecast details in just a bit.
When those stores opened early this morning, I was very happily still in my warm bed because, oh my goodness, it was cold today. Let's check in with Molly Starr to see if that trend's going to continue. Molly?
Good evening, Anthony, and you're right. It was very cold this morning, below freezing. In fact, our low last night, 27 degrees, extremely cold out there. The high today only reaching 54. Now, looking out from Tuscaloosa, we're seeing a pretty gorgeous sunset. We just saw some purples here a few minutes ago, but that sun is setting quickly, and we're starting to see some clouds fill in as well. We're going to see those clouds roll in as we continue through tonight. We're seeing another cold one tonight, around freezing, probably going to plummet a little bit more than that as well, like we saw last night. So make sure you're keeping those blankets out, and I'll have more details coming up. And with all the talk of the holiday spirits, our temperatures are starting to feel like it. We're seeing winter-like weather headed our way. I'll have more details after the break. Now that Thanksgiving's over, we can officially enter the Christmas season, and we're starting to feel winter weather here in Alabama, at least Alabama's version of it. Out from Bryant-Denny Stadium, not lightning. Thought it was for a second, got a little confused, but that's just a fun little cloud headed our way. Now, temperature here currently 46, not much in the terms of wind, but we are seeing wind from the north, which is probably going to bring in some colder weather, but high of the day was 54 degrees. That's not very warm. It's actually below average for us this time of year. And we don't get to say that much. Typically, we're above average pretty much all the time, especially during the summer, but we were below average today by a good amount and nowhere near the record, luckily. Now, even our low was drastically below average. That's not something we typically see. That was even getting there down closer to the low record, which was all the way back in 1950, so a fair amount of time, but we're seeing the sun setting and we're going to start feeling those temperatures start to cool down very quickly. 50 degrees in Linden, 46 in Tuscaloosa, and up here we're already in the low 40s, upper 30s now. All of us saw the 30s and 20s last night, and that can be expected once again tonight. So make sure you keep that coat out if you're still out and about hitting the Black Friday sales, or if you're headed in for the night, pull out the blankets, maybe a fun little fire in the fireplace because we're below freezing once again tonight. We're not seeing much in the wind, but we do see some clouds start to increase as we move throughout the night in preparation for what we can expect for this weekend. So speaking of the weekend, cloudy morning, or cold morning, cloudy afternoon. We're starting to see more clouds roll in, not only tonight, but throughout most of tomorrow in preparation for a small little front we have coming Sunday through Tuesday. Now, it's going to bring more of a rain type front rather than a big, deep, cold front. You might see a few degrees change, but not seeing much in terms of actual cold weather being brought in. But speaking of tomorrow, big day in Alabama. We have the Iron Bowl taking over. Alabama taking on Auburn over in Jordan-Hare, 3 p.m. You're going to see some nice weather over there in Auburn, but 6:30 kickoff. It's going to get cold. That sun setting, it's going to get very cold very quickly. Make sure you bring those jackets. Not seeing much in terms of rain for them, so they'll have a pretty good game day when it comes to that. We're staying dry for tonight, but we're going to see that change up as we move into the weekend. So Saturday's looking pretty nice, 30s to 50s. We're following that pattern, but Sunday, that's when we're going to start to see some rain move in. Now, it's not an all-day type rain. It's looking more like the morning, but then Monday, Tuesday, we're still seeing rain chances, not as much, but Tuesday's going to be the coldest day, upper 40s as the high. But the good news is everything's pretty calm with the hurricane and tornado seasons wrapping up. But as we continue through this year, download our free WVUA 23 app. Keep up to date with weather coverage and updates, as well as our social media platforms. Search Richard Scott, WVUA 23.
Alrighty, so you were just telling me a little bit ago in the commercial break, you might be hitting some late Black Friday sales. What are we thinking?
I'm thinking I'm going to go to like Aerie American Eagle, 50% off. I mean, you have to do that. It's the time of year.
Great deal, but definitely going to have to dress warm for that, right?
Yeah, I'm going to go grab a sweatshirt actually from the store because it's not what I thought it was going to be this weekend.
No, not at all. And they might even have to bundle up with the football game this weekend. We've got a big one, the Iron Bowl. Let's check in with Alex Booth for a look at sports. Welcome back. If you want to go big, and I'm talking really big, then try the shopping list, that is the 12 days of Christmas. Now, according to the accountants at PNC Bank, buying everything in the holiday classic song, that'll cost you almost $250,000. That's buying 10 Lords of Leaping and 9 Ladies Dancing and so on. But if you want to buy just one Lord, Lady, Swan, Hen, and one of everything else mentioned, it's just $51,476. That's up 4.5% from last year. The hike is mostly because of the price of gold. 5 golden rings will set you back more than $1,600, a 32.5% increase over last year. Now, the most expensive item from the song, 10 Lords of Leaping, they will cost you nearly $17,000. Now, WVUA 23 News has not actually gone shopping for any of these things, so your costs may vary, but this is what the financial experts are telling you to be prepared to spend. Merry Christmas. So
Who needs that many birds?
not me.
No.
Certainly not me. So I don't know how much it would cost to buy a little bit warmer weather, but I think we're stuck with the cold stuff. For a
And you
minute,
know
aren't we?
what? Anybody who's been watching me for the past few months knows I've been waiting for this. Now, that being said, I was not prepared, but now knowing what it's going to look like the next few days, I'm ready for it. We've got gorgeous temperatures for winter in Alabama, and then a chance of rain headed our way Sunday.
Alrighty, well, definitely gonna bundle up the next few days. That'll do it for us for now. We're always on with updates on WVUA23.com and our social media platforms. Have a great night, everybody.